taller fighter, Walker has the height and the reach advantage. Now, for the official introductions, we send it up to ring announcer. Here is Barry Egan.
This next bout is scheduled for 6 rounds. The referee in charge of the action, once the bell sounds, Sharon Sands. Are you ready? Los Angeles, are you ready? For the thousands in attendance this evening at the beautiful Bank of California Stadium, and to all of those watching around the world on pay-per-view, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to throw down! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner to my right, wearing the red, white, and green trunks. He weighed in at 125 pounds even. He has an outstanding record of 3-1, 1 draw, and 1 KO. Fighting out of Mexico City, Mexico. Please welcome Moises Sixto. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner to my left, wearing the blue on black trunks. He weighed in at 127 pounds even. He's undefeated, 10 wins, no defeat, 1 draw, 9 big wins coming by way of knockout from all the way of Los Angeles, California. Here is the Sky, Jalen Sky Walker.
Okay, Jalen, Moises. Aquí. Aquí, bueno. Aquí is, here is good, okay? All right, obey my commands. Touch them up, tocas. There we go.
Sharon Sands, the referee in charge. Jalen, the Skywalker. A little bit of a delay on where he was from in Los Angeles. But no doubt, Jalen Walker is a showman, trains at the Churchill Boxing Club. And taking on Moises Sixto, who comes to us from Mexico City. And, you know, he didn't fly about 3.5, 4 hours just to lie down, so to speak, Mikey.
Well, I hope not. You know, he's trying to make a statement and get more fights, prove to everybody that he is a fighter. And, you know, some of the times these guys from Mexico City, they've had some great fights, great fighters out of there. So let's see what Sixto has.
It's what they call the DF, right, Mikey?
DF, Mexico City, Distrito Federal.
Right now, Jalen Walker looking to show why there is such a considerable amount of optimism regarding the young fighter.
Good body shot.
You know, I love it when a young fighter deals with, and he goes up in competition, as, you know, Sixto is in good shape and looking to bring it.
Yeah, and then, you know, Sixto himself with a 3-1 record, you know, he still has something to fight for, you know, go win over a guy like Walker. Puts a lot of eyeballs on him, and like I said, he moved to 4-1. It's still a respectable record with a big win like this. So for him, it's important the way he's showing up from Mexico City to go back home with the win. And of course for Walker, first fight in 11 months, he wants to stay sharp. He wants to get, you know, sort of get back in the habit and build momentum off this fight.
But what it does is, guys, is if somehow Moises Sixto, if he's victorious tonight, it opens up bigger financial opportunities for him. But for Jalen Walker, 20 years of age, and Mikey, being a young fighter, you know, is it just so fitting for him to be fighting on a card full of influencers? I mean, look, you know, you have Austin McBroom, a social media superstar. You know, you have Give the same thing. You got the reality TV stars. I think this is the perfect way for him to go ahead and introduce himself to a younger audience that are people his age.
Oh, it definitely is. You know, this is the kind of fan base that he's after. You know, and being on a card like this with this platform definitely allows him to gain that recognition and the attention that he seeks.
I like the shot selection from Walker. He's keeping position very well. He's blocking and catching and shooting on the inside, slipping underneath shots and countering to the body. Some good shot selection and smart boxing, even in the punch zone.
Nice straight left that buckled the knees of Sixto by Walker. His best punch of the round so far from the 20-year-old. Don't forget, coming up top of the hour, we also have a battle of the NFL running backs. Adrian Peterson, Le'Veon Bell. Peterson having played predominantly with the Minnesota Vikings, 5th all-time leading rusher. Couple of straight lefts for Walker, snapping back the head of Sixto.
Watch your heads. Watch your heads. cabeça.
Walker has been able to start to find more punches and landing on his target
10 seconds.
as he is creating more openings towards the end of the first. Straight left connecting for Walker. That on the first.
Tiempo.
Good round for Walker, I believe.
Yeah, first pro round in 11 months, not too bad for Walker. You know? Got it right in there, mixed it up with some good action. Sixto showed up the fight as well.
Sixto bringing it.
And coming up, it is a matchup. This was on Thursday. Adrian Peterson, the 5th all-time leading rusher. Le'Veon Bell amassed over 6,000 yards. I got to tell you guys, both fighters, both Bell and Peterson, are in impeccable physical shape. They're specimen.
They're athletes, man. You see them at the weigh-in. Nothing but muscle.
Yeah, you'd expect nothing less. Solid careers in the NFL.
Solid.
Second round.
Coming up on round 2.
Okay.
This one is scheduled for 6. Jalen Walker and Moises Sixto. Ray Flores alongside the champs. Paulie Malignaggi, Mikey Garcia. I thought Walker looked good, especially towards the second half of that first round.
Yeah, he got his bearings going, you know, loosened back into things. You know, you'd expect him to sort of have to feel things out in the beginning of the first round after the long layoff. But once he got going, I really was enjoying watching his shot selection and the way he was creating punches, transitioning defense to offense like he does here as well.
When you're noticing that Sixto isn't coming with the same aggression because of the fact that he was popped with those patented straight lefts from Walker.
Yeah, you can see Walker's ready to answer every time because he's got he's very conscientious of his positioning, his balance, his fundamentals. So when Sixto's able to throw those shots and get shots off, Walker's either slipping and shooting back or even catching on the gloves or in the arms and shooting back.
Yeah, you can see the skill level, the difference in fighters. With Walker, he's using the left hand as a punch to hurt his opponent with either at the body or as an uppercut. Followed also by that right hook, using the jab. You can definitely see the difference in skill level.
Yep, and fat IQ as well.
Yes.
We're approaching the midway point of the second round. A couple of straight lefts snapping back the head of Sixto like a pest dispenser. And a shot to the body as well for the 20-year-old.
Yeah, Sixto's stubborn though, bro. You know, he's took a couple of clean shots. Never looked like his body language or his confidence changed. You know, he's losing the fight, but he's still in there holding his position as well. Trying to hold his ground as best he can and trying to throw punches as best he can. And you know, he still has a winning mentality. A lot of times you see the winning mentality beaten out of opponents, even if they're not knocked out. You can sort of see them trying to go through the motions. But right now, nice counter there by Walker. But right now, Sixto's still doing his best in there.
Jalen Walker looking to find his opening against Moises Sixto. Walker undefeated, 10 wins, no losses, 1 draw, 9 wins coming by way of knockout. High knockout percentage. What I'm curious about for Walker is where is he going to settle in weight class wise? This is 128. This is catchweight. He can go up to 130. He can go to 126. But guys, I think if you were to go to the featherweight division, that's awfully hard to deal with a guy that's 5'8" with a 70-inch reach advantage.
Absolutely. He can make the weight though.
If he can make the weight, it'll be a perfect fit because he's going to have advantages over a lot of the featherweights with that height that he has.
No, so he's a dangerous puncher.
Young. He's young, so he might mature a little bit. His body might grow and you know, grow into a junior lightweight division.
Yeah, 20 years old. He's a good chance to be filling out. Nice little sneak uppercut there by Sixto.
10 seconds. Don't push his head down.
We certainly have a who's who. Obviously, Paulie Malignaggi and Mikey Garcia, the champs. But also, speaking of champs, we have Regis Prograis, who's standing by with the schmo and concrete. Guys.
Hey, we are blessed with some boxing royalty, Arugaroo.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thanks for having me, brother.
Hey, thanks for joining us.
Yes.
WBC 140-pound title, Jose Zepeda. You got that coming up.
Got it coming up, man. I'm so happy about it. Everything kind of worked in favor. You know, at first, it was kind of twisted up. I opened my mouth, I said some things, and now me and Zepeda fighting. It's going to be a great fight, man. I can't wait. Zepeda's a very good fighter. I'm one of the most dangerous fighters in the world. I mean, this gonna be great. I can't wait.
What's been one of the biggest challenges in trying to train for this Abella fight coming up next?
Well, right now, it's no challenges, man. I'm like, my thing is I want to be a two-time world champion. You know, I was already a champion back in 2019. So now my second chance is coming up, and so now it's no challenges, bro. My head is, I'm ready.
It's all or nothing for you right now.
I won't say that, but I'm just ready, bro. I can't wait, man. I've been just training hard, and I just can't wait till they give me a date.
Well, looks like the action started up. Ray, back to you.
Thank you very much, Schmo. And I like how Concrete was going ahead and saying, all right, you know, how you feeling? You know, Concrete trying to stir things up with Regis Prograis.
Yeah, but, you know, Prograis a veteran. He's a world championship level caliber fighter. And, of course, you know, with the purse bid having been set and done already, and, you know, the fight date should be announced very, very soon. And I like that style matchup. Programs are paid of both good fighters, exciting fighters. They put on fights that fans want to watch, and so I think against each other, it'll be an entertaining fight. And, of course, naturally, for a world championship, the stakes are even higher.
Now, guys, I know Austin McBroom, and look at Jalen Walker go, just unloading on Moises Sixto.
Sixto back.
Look at that.
Sixto fires back. Look at him.
Back comes Sixto. What I was going to say is that you know that Austin McBroom is popular here in L.A. and all over the world with the social media following, but I got to tell you, go down to Louisiana. I've done a couple of Regis Prograis fights in Louisiana. The guy's like a rock star. Anywhere he goes, he's mobbed by the fans down there. They love him down there.
Yeah, and, you know, boxing is tribal and regional as well, you know, so you go to your area.
Got just over a minute to go as elapsed here in this third round. As we're approaching the midway point of this third round. Jalen Walker, Moises Sixto. What would you guys like to see more out of Jalen Walker?
You know, I can't say I'm complaining too much about it. Some people might say, oh, you know, he hasn't gotten Sixto's attention with the power, considering he's landed some sharp shots. But you got to keep in mind this is a 20-year-old kid, and he's still, you know, physically maturing, and I think he's going to get stronger as he gets a little older. Plus, you're talking to me here, man. I mean, I made a career out of not getting knockouts and just on boxing ability. So, you know, if he really has to, I think he's got the skills to keep maturing just on that alone. But I do expect a 20-year-old will also fill in with some power as well.
Under a minute to go here in the third.
Oh, yeah, I'm just going to say I also like what I'm seeing so far. You know, he's managing the distance correctly. He's using his height and reach advantage very well, using combinations, counter-punching very, very effective, using the body, you know. So I like what I see in Walker.
Jalen Walker in control against Moises Sixto. Midway point of the fight so far. As good jab there by Jalen Walker, a straight left followed by a right hook. But back comes Sixto. Nice left though by Walker. Jalen Walker really starting to take control of this fight. Moises Sixto getting a lather when it comes to sweat, but he is getting drilled with that straight left, the counter left from Jalen Walker. We're headed towards the fourth.
Moises Sixto is a tough fighter. Look at him. At the end, still closing the round with some good shots, good combinations. He came to fight. He came to win.
Well, he's given up 4 inches in height and reach, but listen, Moises Sixto did not come just to go ahead and be the quote-unquote opponent, guys.
Yeah, he didn't show up. He didn't read the accolades, and he didn't get the memo about Walker. He showed up to win.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter to him when it comes to what his, you know, apparently his job was. He's coming out there to, you know, he's looking to really try to do as much as he can to gain success against Jalen Walker. They said that they want him to throw more punches. And there are lovely ring girls here at Social Gloves 2. No more talk. We're going to be talking, but the fighters will be doing their talking inside the ring. On to the fourth round. This one's scheduled for 6. Coming up top of the hour, we got Austin McBroom and the 7-figure giver. A matchup over a year in the making. Very easy. All you have to do is scan or order the pay-per-view right now here at the Bank of California Stadium, home of the LAFC of the MLS. Now Walker really going, looking to string together combinations.
And good vision by Walker down the inside. He saw those punches. He didn't take any of those punches really clean or probably blocked or partially blocked all of them or slipped some of them. Again, very focused, even at that close range when there's that, you're in that contact zone where it's a lot harder to stay focused. I like the way he's very calm in there. And that's also why you notice some sharp counters at times from that range as well.
I think Sixto is starting to see that he's not really going to be able to do a whole lot. You can see a little bit of his body language starting to walk backwards, which he's never done in the previous rounds. And I think
good straight left pop in Sixto. Good jab followed by left.
Walker's starting to sense the change in body language from Sixto.
Paulie, with what Walker is doing to Sixto, do you think that in the 5th round he can turn it up to try to get him out of there? Or is it the fact that you're dealing with the guy who's super aggressive, who's got a hard head, a good chin, you're kind of like, let me not try to break my hand to finish this guy off?
I don't know if it's about breaking your hand all the time. You know, some guys do have hand problems, some guys don't. But it's also about, you know, cooking and marinating him right. You know, right now you see Sixto, he's still very active in there. You know, he's still very reactive, should I say. You know, a lot of times when you're starting to get a guy, you take the winning mentality out of him, you know, he's reacting less and less and less. And you are seeing that at times with Sixto, as Mikey brought out. He's backing up a little bit more here and there. But when he's at close range, he's still reacting very well. So he's not quite cooked to where you can just turn it up and stay in the pocket with him the whole time and try to knock him out, because you're liable to get hit yourself.
And let's keep in mind, Walker was out for how many months? 11 months. Yeah. So, you know, he might actually, you know, take a couple rounds.
Yeah, might benefit from the distance.
Yeah.
Well, I think the key word for Moises Sixto is that he's still lively. He's still giving, you know, he's still on his toes. He really hasn't taken too much damage.
See that attempt to counter right hand there. He's still in there.
And this is a sort of maturation process when you're a young prospect. You got to deal with the fighter. Like, it's one thing about you have to deal with a fighter from, you know, out in Eastern Europe, you know, a fighter from Ukraine or Russia. You also have to deal with the strong Mexican fighter. At some point, you're going to deal with the Colombian power puncher. I feel that's all part of the graduation as a prospect.
Yeah, you know, boxing is a worldwide sport, so every region of the world has sort of their set style.
Sixto just landed a good right hand there.
Yeah, exactly. He's alive.
He's alive. He's still trying.
And especially in these lower weight classes, you're going to see a lot of fighters from Mexico for sure. That's going to guaranteed be part of your experience in boxing if you're a lower weight class fighter.
2 more rounds on the way with Jalen Walker and Moises Sixto. Well, here is the social media superstar, a part of the Ace family, Austin McBroom with his wife. And look at Austin McBroom. He has over 30 million followers on social media, 18.8 million on YouTube, 7.3 million subscribers on Snapchat, 6.4 million followers on Instagram, and also there's Nick Young, Swaggy P. Look, Swaggy P's been wearing pajamas all week long. He goes, I got the pajama punch. That being his overhand left, guys. Swaggy P relaxed and enjoying the moment here tonight. He'll be on pay-per-view against Minicon.
Clean that water up.
Yeah, well, he doesn't look too nervous in the dressing room there.
No. You know what? He got so upset that Blueface was not going to be his opponent. During the press conference on Thursday, he put tape on Blueface's face. I mean, is there any more disrespect than putting tape on a potential opponent?
I mean, maybe they can get it on later on. We'll see. You know,
I'd love to see
that
it.
might keep the bad blood going. So
well, I'm sure
it might make for a better fight. Yeah, they might take a rain check on that one. Meantime, tonight he'll be busy.
I'm sure Blueface isn't happy with that, but Swaggy P matching up against Minicon. He's been inside the ring. Also, he's a hip-hop artist as well. Swaggy P, 37 years of age, the former Los Angeles Laker, NBA champion with the Golden State Warriors. But back to action we go. Jalen Walker, Moises Sixto. Also, we have a battle of the NFL running backs. Le'Veon Bell, Adrian Peterson, Austin McBroom matching up against Gibb. Also, Landon McBroom, the brother of Austin McBroom. He takes on Adam Saleh, who's training under the guidance of Saddam Ali, former super welterweight champion of the world, who incidentally defeated Miguel Cotto at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, ex-2008 Olympian as well. I know Saddam a long time.
Both Saleh and McBroom have said they are going to steal the night. They will be the fight of the night.
Yeah, it's a possibility. Both have some, you know, bringing some a good amount of skill for a card of this caliber.
And we have one title on the line, that being between Landon McBroom and Adam Saleh. It is for the vacant ICB International Middleweight Championship. That is the Influencer Championship belt in the International Middleweight Division. So certainly social media and influencer boxing has evolved.
It's a pretty good exchange in this round, bro.
This fight's evolving too, man. Sixto's not going anywhere.
Not going anywhere.
It's some good exchanges, like Mike just pointed out.
He landed some good shots in the end of the closing of the last round, and right now he just landed some good shots again. Sixto is still looking for something to hurt, and he landed a couple uppercuts on the inside of there as well.
Also, Mikey, you know that it means a lot for Sixto to be fighting here in Los Angeles with a heavy Mexican boxing fan base as well.
Definitely, you know, it's a place where there's lots of Mexican, you know, heritage and culture, and you know, it's almost like coming, you know, to your hometown.
I'll tell you something else about Sixto. He loses this fight, which I'm sure he's down on the cards. You know, giving a good effort, but you know, he's probably just come up a little short in the rounds. He's going to be 3-2. It's a pretty lively 3-2 opponent, man. This guy's liable to be your prospect if you're not careful with the matchmaking.
Yeah, if you're just looking at the record, it could be misleading.
And that'll end the fifth round. We got one more to go. Also tonight, coming up top of the hour, Battle of the Reality TV Stars, Corey Wharton. He goes head-to-head against Chase D'Amore. 2 press conferences, 2 times they have pushed or punched each other. There is Chase D'Amore, who is a former standout athlete at Eastern Washington. Played collegiate football there. And they go head-to-head. A battle, the reality TV stars. Chase D'Amore, the too hot to handle contestant. Corey Wharton, the 4-time finalist of MTV's The Challenge, guys.
Yeah. Reality, reality, reality. That's the name of the game tonight.
And is there anything more real than getting inside the boxing ring and competing and throwing down under the lights?
It's more real than the shows they come from.
Absolutely. Well, the truth serum will certainly come out.
Last round.
There's our lovely ring girls here. Social gloves, too. 6th and final round between Jalen Walker and Moises Sixto. Guys, through 5, your thoughts?
Yeah, solid performance, getting back in the ring after a long layoff for Jalen Walker. I think he's looked good, but he's had a very good opponent in front of him that's allowed him to really work on all the things he's needed to work on, and also, you know, take home some homework assignments coming off this fight, things he'll want to work on in the future, because Sixto has pointed out some mistakes that he needs to correct.
Yeah, it was a good opponent, a good fight for Walker. Being that he was out for so long, you know, he needs some rounds to get back in it and feel comfortable and relax. And I see good skills in Walker, good control, some good left hands. He works the body, he works upstairs, he's counter punching. So overall, I see a good performance by him.
Nice jab there by Walker.
Yeah, he's got a set of skills that, you know, he can take him far just on those set of skills. I mean, people are going to bother him about power and all this other stuff, but honestly, if he doesn't let that get to him, he's got a set of skills that he can go rather far just on those skills. And of course, like I said earlier, if he starts to mature, he may naturally get stronger as well.
He's so young, he's only 20 years old, so you know,
a lot to work with.
Still lots to improve. But I like what I see.
Well, it's obvious when it comes to Jalen Walker, it's the old adage in prize fighting, skills pay the bills, and it is evident that Jalen Walker, part of the next-gen fighters, he has quite a bit of skills that he will be able to utilize moving forward. Nice straight left by Walker. Beautiful right uppercut. But look at Sixto come forward.
I think he got stunned a little bit there.
He was like wobbly, but he still was throwing punches.
He's
He threw caution to the wind.
He's on automatic pilot. He just fights.
He literally got lit up with the right hook, came forward, and still was looking to throw back towards Jalen Walker. If you think this is something, just wait till the top of the hour. Jalen Walker, Moises Sixto coming up. We have a battle of the reality TV stars, Corey Wharton, Chase D'Amore, also Landon McBroom matching up against Adam Saleh. That one in the middleweight division for the ICB International Middleweight title. Swaggy P in action. Nick Young against Minicon. You have Adrian Peterson, Le'Veon Bell battle the NFL running backs, and also in our main event, Austin McBroom and the seven-figure giver. A grudge match over a year that it has needed to marinate, and finally we see it front and center here on pay-per-view. Final moments between Jalen Walker and Moises Sixto.
Yes, segundos. 10 seconds. Stop at the bell, guys. Yes, segundos.
Nice left there by Jalen Walker to conclude the sixth and final round. Quality effort from both fighters.
I'll tell you something, Sixto will be invited back.
Yeah, he could have fought 10 tonight.
He'll be invited back for sure. Put a very good effort on his part.
Gentlemen, if you were judges, how would you score this?
Listen, I don't think it's a question of. I don't think it's a question that Walker wins the fight. But again, it's not really about the scoring. It's about the effort Sixto gave as well. You know, that's not going to show on the scorecard. Sixto showed himself a durable opponent and really a worthy opponent, and a guy who, if you don't have a blue chip prospect like Walker in the other corner, he's liable to pull off an upset.
Did he win a round in the fight?
I mean, maybe
not. Maybe the first.
Yeah, maybe a charity round here, and you might find. Yeah, but nah. I mean, Walker seemed to control most of the fight, but it didn't mean that Sixto didn't give his share of shots in there as well.
Don't forget, we come your way top of the hour on a pay-per-view. Social Gloves 2. Austin McBroom matching up against Gibb from the UK. We are awaiting the official decision. Also, we have a battle of the reality TV stars in the heavyweight division. Corey Wharton, Chase Demore. Also, you get an opportunity to get a look at the 31-year-old Marco Deckman as he takes on Ambibola Usandrio, who is undefeated 3-0, and that's an interesting story that we are going to talk about once we get live to pay-per-view.
It's a matchup that a friend of mine, Daniel Rubin, made. He made the match because he called him up about Abimbola.
Yeah, Abimbola Usandrio. And now we are awaiting the decision with Jalen Walker and Moises Sixto. Here is Barry Eggett with the decision.
Los Angeles, to the scorecards we go. Judge Tiffany Clinton and Don DeVergas scored about 59-55. Judge David Sullivan scores about 60-54 for the winner by way of unanimous decision. And still undefeated from Los Angeles, California, Jalen Sky Walker.